Hi everyone, it's Darby with rejoiceandcreate.com, and I'm back after vacation and it was wonderful, and I feel very blessed to be able to share some more crafts with you. So I'm going to show a couple things for Valentine's Day, and I'm starting with this little box. It is about 2 1/8 by 3 1/8 and by just maybe a little over 1/2 inch wide. And it actually is made with one of the Stampin' Up dies that came out. It's the Lots To Love Box Framelits die. But what I did is actually, instead of using 2 dies together, I just used this one die and created this box out of it, and I'll show you how I did that. Now this is a more masculine version. I used Smoky Slate cardstock. I used some of the wood designer series paper that was left over. The heart I die cut in Whisper White. I stamped it with the labeler alphabet, and it's really fun because it makes it look like the little candy hearts you find. And I used some twine to, well, close it and give a little bit of decoration to it. This time I'm going to do a more feminine version of it, and you start with a piece of cardstock that I started was 4 1/2 inches wide, and I went the full width of the 8 1/2 inch cardstock, and I was able to cut out both my heart and my box from the one piece of cardstock with a little left over for perhaps some die cuts somewhere else. So let me show you how I scored it. When I lined it up, I lined up the flat end of the box, and I lined it first at 2 1/8 of an inch and scored, and at 2 3/4 of an inch and scored. So now I'll go and fold and burnish my score lines. And when you cut out the box from the die, it actually will score some of the lines that you need. So go ahead and fold and burnish those as well. And this is a nice way because it makes the box a little smaller. The box as it is a really nice size for little note cards or a little bit more candy. But this one makes a smaller box, so you don't have to put in quite as much candy in it. Alright, so what we're going to do is that on the strip in the middle, that small square that we put there, go ahead and cut up close to the rectangle side and just slightly notch into the square. Just as normal we're making the box. We're just creating a bottom to the box that's in the middle. Alright, and do the same thing to the other side. Alright, so how we're going to fold it up is it's going to go like this. So this will be our front of the box, and we'll go ahead and put our designer series paper on that. And what you need is a piece of designer series paper that is 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 7/8 inches long. And this is from the Whole Lotta Lovely because it does have pink in it, powder pink in it. And let me just use what I've got handy for a moment. I'm a little off on that one, but that's okay. We'll go with it anyway. And because I want a finger notch in there, I'm going to take a 3/4 of an inch punch, and the die actually does have a little notch die in there, but I find that it's just easier for me to do this. Eyeball it in the middle and just make a little, just a tiny little place for your finger, for a finger notch. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put it together now. Let's flip it over on the inside of the front. Put some strong adhesive. And I flipped these in and just did a little touch on there, holds them together. Not necessary, but it works. Alright, so put those down for a minute. Go ahead and line your side up. And adhere it. And go ahead and line your other side up. The side with the tab comes in first, and that front will wrap around it to make a neater looking front. Put that down. And then you just reach in and flip up your little tabs on the bottom. And go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our candy in. And if I haven't mentioned yet, it actually will fit 2 of the Ghirardelli's strawberry bark, which is out for Valentine's Day. Tuck it in, close it up. On this one, I think I'll use a piece of the 1/8 inch white sheer ribbon. And let me go ahead and just tie that around, make a cute little bow. Alright, so just make a little bow. We'll go ahead and cut those off. And here I have the primitive looking heart from the same die set. And I think I'll use some fresh fig. And last time I used the Be Mine, and I can make that very easily with the label or alphabet. This time I'm going to do Love You, the way it's done in the little candy hearts. And I used the little heart from the same stamp set just to throw a few little hearts onto my label. Okay, so I went ahead and put a strip of adhesive down and kind of just angled it a little bit over the front. And there you go, a very cute and quick little Valentine's treat for someone you know, especially someone who likes Ghirardelli strawberry bark or any other Ghirardellis that will fit in there. But it's a nice size and will fit other candies as well. So if you have the Lots to Love box framelits dies, and you can make very quick little small boxes as well as the bigger boxes. So please visit rejoiceandcreate.com for more information or other projects. And until I see you again, I hope your days are blessed. Bye!